Forever Dog.
Howdy, Chasers. This is Alaska.
And Willam.
And we have some very exciting news. Forever Dog just launched a low-cost premium subscription service called Forever Dog Plus, where you can listen to ad-free versions of your favorite Forever Dog podcasts, including your most favorite show of all, Race Chaser.
Exclusive gigs, exclusivity, we love that. Forever Dog Plus is simple and easy to use. You go to foreverdogpodcast.com/plus. You sign up, they send you a link, and that automatically opens up in your preferred podcast app. And before you know it, you got access to over 3,000 hours of ad-free listening and counting.
And then every time there's a new episode of Race Chaser, it'll automatically show up in your app, ad-free and ready to play. It's that easy.
You can also listen on a web browser, a tablet, a smart TV, however you listen to podcasts. Forever Dog has you covered.
Forever Dog Plus is not only convenient, it's also affordable. So for the low price of $4.99 monthly or $39.95 yearly, you can listen to Forever Dog podcasts you love nonstop and ad-free. That's $4.99 a month or $39.95 for an entire year.
But that's not all. If you sign up before October 19th, you'll qualify for a special founding members discount of 10% off for as long as you remain a member. That's 10% lifetime discount if you sign up before October 19th. Somebody's got a rent due on October 20th, I guess. And you get to call yourself a founding member.
So go to foreverdogpodcast.com/plus. Or just follow the link in the show notes and sign up today to lock in that founding members discount and start listening to all your favorite Forever Dog favorites nonstop and ad-free. Okay, can you guess what this is? I'm drawing it. There's a straight line and then this curvature.
It's fracking. It's fracking, isn't it?
You're right. Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
See? And you too can share in the excitement like that in a live streaming version of Pictionary, played by 6 of the world's most famous, bestest drag queens. Jada Essence Hall, Jan Sport, Derek Barry, Willam Belly, Alaska Thunderfuck, Naomi Small.
Ooh, life's not fair. Well,
life's not fair.
This is going to be a fair game of Pictionary. We're going to divide up into teams and battle head-to-head, drawing, contest, event, live stream, October 20th. And we're going to be benefiting the Victory Fund.
The Victory Fund is a national organization dedicated to electing openly LGBTQ people who can further equality at all levels of government and help get rid of the shitty people. So your money is going to a good cause. You will laugh. You might cry. Probably Alaska will if she loses again. Yeah, it'll be a good time. And it's October 20th, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. And then you can watch it whenever after, too, if you can't make that, by just renting it. And all of your monies go towards the cause that we're repping.
Exactly. So you can get tickets for this now for Race Chaser Pictionary. So go to racechasertickets.com. Again, that's October 20th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And may the best drawer win.
Forever Dog.
Race Chaser. Woo-hoo. Race Chaser. Yeehaw. Race Chaser. Woo-hoo. Race Chaser. Yeehaw.
Hi, kids.
Hi. Oh, it's not Michelle's box.
Reading, Michelle. Reading.
Well, hello. Hello to you. And welcome back to Race Chaser Classica, a podcast dedicated to the discussion, dissection,
dissemination.
You're in the middle of a very important deal right now.
I'm doing guest concierge.
I know. Of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, starting from the very beginning.
This is the beginning.
My name's Alaska. What's yours?
Hello, my name is Willam.
And you are currently in charge of get the white glove service that we give to all of our guests. And
Well,
you are liaising.
I know a guy who was in a girl group with one of them, and actually the other host.
Who,
I know a
you?
guy who was in a girl. Yeah, Detox.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Detox. And she, even though she is currently laying in bed watching Lovecraft Country, she has consented to a brief interview. She's not doing press right now because she's keeping it low.
Oh, we landed her.
But she has acquiesced us a moment of her time.
This is happening right now in real time, listeners.
She's getting out of her indoor in-ground pool and is currently being dried by hummingbirds' wings. They're gently drying her pump by wing. She prefers her pump dried by wing only.
Putting on a freshly pressed Mugler dressing gown. Spritzing on alien
Angel.
perfume. Oh, Angel. I'm sorry. Yes.
Angel from the waist down, alien from the waist up. That's what
exactly. Yes.
And back door, she's just doing oodle of Angel.
Are you watching Lovecraft Country?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Yeah,
So
the episode where they were in Korea. Oh,
Yeah.
bitch. I had one of those foxtail guys too.
Did you, girl? I bet you showed him your foxtails.
It was Pride. Yeah. Dee's getting her computer. She said.
The trans woman wasn't trans. I heard though. So
Really?
Yeah.
She would that
The
character
trans
when they
woman who-
killed her. I really did
Yeah.
not like that.
no, I was pissed, and then I was even further pissed when I found out that she wasn't a trans actress. Which I don't know. This is all speculation. I don't know the
But
facts.
also, monsters aren't real. I found that out, and then,
they
got
aren't.
pissed. They aren't.
Because I've seen some in my lifetime. I've beaten worse monsters than you in Hollywood for years. Dipper loves this.
Take the filter off.
Dipper loves this.
Why don't you just get us into the episode so when Detox gets here?
Oh, that's what we
we'll
need.
have
We need
a context
Absolutely
of
not.
where we are.
It's
Absolutely
my
not.
fault. I just keep talking because I didn't pull up the outline. You didn't do the. Do you have the outline?
Oh,
Do you girls scratch your head and itch your stomach if you're ready? We didn't get any of that. None of the hand holdings. Oh my God. Did you listen to Very That this week, by the way? Because I did.
Did I
And
listen to that? Yes.
Raja tells the story of the reason why none of David's girls were allowed in Denver for a while because they didn't want to work with David because of the bunny thing. And that whole story has context for me now. It was great. And Raja's like, I was going on stage and I was at the top and they said my name and all I could hear was Raja!
Roger.
Oh my God.
Yeah, very that made me laugh out loud a couple times and just hearing Delta read Raja with, okay.
Why is she so very that? Why
Very
is
that
she?
sick
Why
name.
is she so that?
That.
Okay, so let's give a context. Last week,
Let's
we
give a
are talking
context.
about Race Chaser. Last week, the Divas gave good mouth in a lip syncing glory hole mini challenge. Then in teams, the queens lip sync to the spoken word while reenacting iconic moments from Untucked of the past as they paid tribute to former contestants and their messiness. Lanisha Sparks won the challenge. Serena and Monica were in the bottom two, and Monica sent Serena back home to the house and also revealed to everyone on the runway that she is a trans woman who does drag. So the divas walk back into the workroom. I'm talking about the divas in third person. I am one of the divas. So we walk back into the workroom, and the lipstick message says, God bless America, Viva Panama, keep bearing light, queens, XOXO, Serena.
So someone put a flashlight in him?
Keep bearing light. Keep bearing down on that light.
Yeah, bear down.
Bear down.
Dipper,
and
get off
tighten
the
up.
floor. No. Jade laughs 3 times before they even get to the mirror, and 2 of them I swear were the same. I swear, because she said, "Came a mess, left a mess." Jade is so fun and just she's the girl I would want to stand next to if I was doing the lineups for season 5.
This is the thing. I love Jay Jolie. We have a really good relationship now. And you know what? I don't begrudge any of the things that she went ahead and said in that interview chair. And I hope nobody does, because she really is she's a lovely gal. But she gave the sound bites in that chair.
Did she? Well, I mean,
she
was
said,
it as bad
I was
as...
a bad chair. And she said, Serena came a mess, left a mess.
I'm delighted by Jay Julie constantly. I'm also
Truly.
delighted that they're finally letting us get that Alyssa Coco nut, because they've been jerking it out of us for 3 fucking episodes, I feel like. And we're finally getting to what it could. Oh look
my
who's
gosh.
here!
Someone just popped into the Zoom. Someone just entered the AOL chat room. Oh
zoom,
my
zoom,
god.
Zoom. Let me hear you say detox, detox.
Unmute myself is the new I'm speaking. The new Kamala Harris line.
Unmute my fart.
Detox, hello.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hi.
Oh my god. What is going
What
is
do you have
going
on Angel or Alien right now? Settle a bet.
I have on Amen Cryptomint, and I have actually an unopened box right here to show you. Cryptomint by Amen. Terry McNair.
Spritz.
Ooh, heroin.
Heroin. You look absolutely sensational. What did you do? What did you do to yourself?
Everything
Did you get
except her
something done?
toes.
I've
Did you
done
get something
everything.
done?
I got new teeth.
Ooh, those are nice.
Oh,
They're just temporary for right now. I go back next week to get the permanent ones, but I have
The
new
temps
teeth.
are the best because you don't have to floss while you have them.
I know, it feels weird though.
Can't
Are
suck
they
all
top
that.
and bottom?
Uh-huh.
They're fabulous.
Thanks.
Oh
How are
my
you? You look
God.
fabulous. Had a lot of
Oh
skin
my
work done
God.
too. A lot of like scar revision work and all
Oh,
kinds of other things.
Your brows look good.
I think I have eyebrows for once for a long time. That's
Oh
an
my
interesting thing. Weird.
You look fabulous. We've been watching fucking season 5, and
I've been
it is-
listening to the pod.
It is.
I'm
She
like
keeps
an
texting me about things I said that I was like, what did I say?
I'm like a new, I never really listened to podcasts. So then our good friend Gina was like, they're doing your season now. And I was like, I've heard a couple of the episodes before. And I was like, you know what? It's my season. Let me get really into it. And now I'm hooked. Now I've been like going back in the backlogs and listening to the hot goss and all that shit.
It's
Y'all are
fun.
stupid.
It's really
Yeah,
fun
that's true.
watching you
Yeah.
It's really fun watching you in all the stories that you were explaining to me in Vox the day like you got home type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember that conversation where we got screamed at for visiting you, and then you were like, okay, now sit down, I can tell you everything, but first I have to yell at you motherfuckers. And seeing all the things that actually happened and seeing how like what a star you were, because I knew you were a star from like DWV and TransK and all that stuff, but like seeing you on set just fucking with Michelle, because you had spent the last year with her on various tours and shit, like with all of us, because we were doing the DWV thing already, and like you were
Right.
just so comfortable and natural with Rue and with everybody, and you were just a breath of fresh air on the season. You were me without all the ego.
It was weird because I didn't
Like you were
think,
a Hollywood girl. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
you were,
it was-
like,
See,
yeah.
It was really
Totally.
bizarre, like being in that situation, but also having the kind of, I guess, gumption to be like, I know these people, so I'm not going to pretend that I don't know them, and then also see if what I can get away with, because I'm cheeky like that. Like, let's see how many feathers I can ruffle while still playing by the rules and trying to do well.
Girl, except that last day when you said you saw all of them. That one we need to call you for that episode too. When you took the mic.
Oh,
We were trying to get that out of Jinx too, because we
my
had the little
God.
Jinx thinks, and we're like, we need to get D, we need to get that crowning speech.
we can call it Talks. We'll have another segment called Talks.
talk.
Talks.
So wait, okay.
That's your podcast right there. Talks.
Talks. So we're getting into this episode, and it's amazing that you're talking with us today because you win this episode.
Tell her what you won. A fabulous lifetime wig wardrobe by
Right.
Don't expect these wigs.
Ladom wig.
.com.
Did you Did you get the wigs?
It was a Lifetime?
Yeah, Lifetime supply of
No, it
wigs.
was a wig wardrobe.
Oh, yeah, I remember a wig wardrobe. Oh, yeah, I never got those wigs.
Well, they were fucking Reba McEntire Halloween wigs. So.
And the funny thing is, when I remember getting the Pride, like her saying, "You want a wig wardrobe," and in my head, I was like, "Is it like a piece of furniture from a wig?
cabinet?"
That's what I then watching the episode. Then they're like have that little rotating thing of a fucking,
two shaggy brunette ash cross-dresser uncle wigs.
It was very Raquel Welch.
The collection, the collection, and then the active throw and go, and they should be thrown.
Yeah, and so I never got those, and I probably would never have worn them. But it would have been nice to at least got the one prize I won.
Whoever else I know that won the wigs did not think that they were good. It was either Chad or Sharon, but they were like terrible.
Sharon has no room to talk about wigs.
Oh wow!
Damn.
So let's talk about this fucking children's TV show. Okay, let's talk about this fucking children's. Everyone. I rewatching this episode. Have you rewatched the season ever? Like since we did it.
I haven't.
You go back and ever okay.
I haven't, and it's been like I was just talking about this with somebody. Like I was like, oh, you know what? It's been so long, and I don't remember a lot of it, and it would be funny to go back. I've seen a couple reruns here and there, but I haven't like fully sat down and watched it fully on since it aired.
It's really fascinating.
Talks right now. We're in the prime of Rolaska Talks in the season.
Yeah. Like we're driving everyone nuts.
It's when y'all were like the three girl. It's like you guys were the DWV of Drag Race.
We just thought we were just the smokers. We really didn't think anything of it then. And I definitely didn't know that there was subliminal messaging happening until watching it. I was like, oh, she did have tape shit on her on her shirt.
And with the tape shit, I didn't even know what I was spelling. I just started with and I was like, I'm just going to let it come to me. I don't know what this is going to be, but I want to secretly spell out a message. And it turned out being a fucking Rolaska Talks thing. And we're just driving everyone fucking nuts with fucking Rolaska Talks.
Sorry, kids.
In this episode, rewatching it back, they were fucking hammering me for not dressing in drag, and I'm doing quotations. It was like they just couldn't handle it. Did you think anything of it? And you were like, I'm not gonna say anything to this bitch.
No, because I remember thinking like, well, that's an interesting choice. But then I remember you and I talked about it, and you were like, I think I'm gonna do boy drag and be very Pee Wee Herman about it. And I was like, as soon as you said Pee Wee Herman, I was on board because I was like, Pee Wee Herman's a cross-dresser,
Yes.
Like that's drag. It's camp. It's drag. Like I totally got it. And then I truly wasn't expecting you to get the reaction that you got from everybody. So it was, I think there were choices all around, and clearly it opened up the room for a lot of boy impersonations impersonations. Now I sound like Rue. I can't talk with these new teeth. We have some decisions to make. Decisions.
I toss the salad.
Oh, Roxy's so fucking funny.
So fucking good. So have you spoken to Serena Chacha since this season happened?
Yeah.
Because you were hot that day in Untucked.
I was hot that day.
I don't know if you currently have it, but you currently had it then.
I did.
Officially.
I had it then. Oh, baby, I had it.
Officially.
Of course we've talked. We've seen each other on the road. She's done hair for me. Like every time we've seen each other, even during, even during the season after it was all done, it was like, oh, key. Because truly, I mean, she was quite annoying at the beginning. She started out quite annoying, and then I had just had it. Even Roxy was like in the 10 years at that point we'd known each other for, I don't know, probably like 10 years. She was like, I've never seen you get like this. And I was like, me either. Who am I?
I think it was the gown too. It was that gown. That gown deserved some good action.
I felt cunty, and you know what else was pissed? Like I know. I felt cunty, and And I was so annoyed that whole day because that gown was so gorgeous and big and huge. But every time we were walking backstage, that chicken wire, remember? The chicken wire was catching on my gown and destroying it, like tearing it up. And then I like slipped on I was tripping on it because it was too big. It was like all kinds of craziness. And then I was and then
you forgot your Hilary Swank gown.
That bitch, Kristen, I forgot my Hilary Swank gown. Kristen Johnson told me that I was full of myself.
Girl, and that was a redirect. I thought she was giving you a compliment, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Do a little less of that." I was like, "Oh, no. She came for my sister."
Well, they didn't even like show all of what I said to her. Then I was like, you know what? I have done everything, and I have been there and done that, but I haven't been here and done this, and this is what I've been dying to do. So I'm taking it all in. And maybe there's this air, like an air of arrogance, but that's not necessarily the case. Like I'm just a bad bitch, and I know I'm a bad bitch, but I've never done this before. Yeah. So get off my dick, Kristen Johnson. But she and I have had a conversation since too, and we are in a good place as well. And she also makes me wigs.
Currently in talks.
That's the thing is like, I don't know. I mean, yes, like your exterior as a drag persona, I think can be seen as very severe, very serious, very fierce. But like when you get to know you, you are literally the kindest, nicest, sweetest hearted person like ever. So like, I'm glad that, and I think that shows through in this season, but like, I just want to reiterate, it bears repeating for the listeners.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, who got congeniality your season?
Ivy Winters. And it's funny, honestly, when I left. Nice. Yeah, but when I left the show, I was like, I'm going to get Miss Congeniality because I was like the mother of the group. I swore, I called like, when you get sent home, they give you your phone. They're like, who do you need to call? I was like, I have to call Lori to let her know I'm coming home and to like make sure the keys are there so I can get into the house. And I was like, I'm going to be Miss Congeniality. Nope.
And the thing is, Ivy Winters is kind of like she will read you worse than anyone else.
Really?
But she smiles charmingly afterwards. Right. And so you kind of it slips by, but she literally will tell you like you are a piece of shit who can't dress yourself and smile about it. She is the readingest person ever.
She's never read me, but you'd be hard pressed to find a negative comment about me, I think.
Are we going to put in some crickets?
Oh, now we're taking a break.
Are we gonna put in some crickets there?
Yeah, I think
Fuck
y'all
bitches.
I think it's time for a break now. Let's talk about some kind of ad that we have. Let's do
Talks.
Listen, I've been thinking about making some personal changes lately, and I wanted to start by improving my self-care routine. The problem was I had no idea where to start. Then I found Hawthorne.
Yes, I was thinking about personal changes too. Streaks, but just around my face. We've talked about Hawthorne in the past on the show. You know Hawthorne. They're that small premium tailored personal care brand that's making it easy for you to feel and smell your best.
So, you start with their quiz. They ask me things like, how do you like to spend a night out? What's my favorite drink? I was actually, it was really surprising to see what they asked and how that related to the products that they went ahead and sent me. But it worked out really, really well.
Yeah, the products I got are great. I love the way that they smell, and they're a perfect match to the vibe and the smells that I like.
So if you want to upgrade your self-care routine, and I know you do, Hawthorne is a fun and convenient way to get super high-quality products tailored specifically for your needs.
Hawthorne even takes the risk out of buying it by giving you free shipping on your order and returns. And if you don't like your products, they'll even retailer them for you based on your feedback.
So, take Hawthorne's quiz today and get started on your personalized self-care routine by going to hawthorne.co and use promo code DRAG to get 10% off your first purchase.
That's HAWTHORNE.co with the promo code DRAG. Hawthorne.co, promo code DRAG.
That's HAWTHORNE, don't forget the E, .co, and use code DRAG to get 10% off your purchase. Hawthorne with an E, .co. Hawthorne with an E, draggle.co, and there's no M on the end of that CO. And the promo code
Drag.
Okay, so we talked about ELF on the show before, but we were so obsessed with finding out that ELF is an acronym that stands for eyes, lips, face, that we went ahead and just called it ELF and never called it ELF.
And we're talking about ELF. It's makeup that literally makes everyone look pretty. And I have it, and I love it. And it's affordable and high quality.
Yes, and any person who wears makeup, I've never tried it, but I've thought of wearing makeup. I've never done it, but I'm gonna give it a try. Every person you know who wears makeup has used ELF. It's literally a staple, and I'm always looking for little ways to treat myself. And especially now, I don't want to spend a ton of money doing it. That's why I love ELF or ELF Cosmetics. So who else in the beauty game is making iconic products for less than the price of a latte? Tell me. I don't know.
Whether it's a new foundation, a new formulation, or just a fun collab or like an of-the-moment trend, there's always something new to check out from ELF. So many of their products have become cult classics, garnering thousands of 5-star reviews and a huge online community. And their lip gloss smells super great. I love it.
And everything is 100% vegan and cruelty-free.
Personal experience for me is I love their peachy lip stuff. I just put it on all over, and it's
The
just
lip
like,
balm.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And I like how it smells. I like how it tastes.
You know what I'm really into is the Poreless Putty Primer, and I've been using this as like an eyeshadow primer, and it is stunning. And it comes in like a really like sizable round. It's not like one of these tiny little things it's like a good sizable like thing, and it's really nice. It's buttery, it's smooth, it's lovely. I'm a believer.
They make the perfect gift too. And at these prices, you can put together a full face gift bag, a self-care package, or an entire skincare routine without breaking the bank, or even breaking a stocking stuffer for your sister.
Stuff that stocking. Right now, as an exclusive offer for Race Chaser listeners, you can get 25% off your ELF purchase of $40 or more. So just go to elfcosmetics.com/drag and use promo code drag to get this exclusive offer. This is the best deal out there right now, and you are not going to find it anywhere else.
That's promo code
Drag
at elfcosmetics.com/drag for 25% off your ELF purchase.
Don't put this elf on a shelf. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Woo, 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 woo. Find something?
You find
See
something.
Welcome back. And Detox is staying on with us for a little bit.
God is good.
Let's skip ahead to the mini challenge, okay? Because this mini challenge is, of course, very memorable, very iconic. It's the Junior Drag Superstar Pageant. And we are all standing in a line, and we seem to just pick the person standing next to us. I mean, that's what I did, and Lanesha and I ended up together. You ended up with Roxy, right?
They had that.
Did I couldn't tell you.
They had the Rachel Zoe baby. It was like something.
Oh, we
something.
did. Yeah. We did have a Rachel
She was a
Zoe
three
baby.
namer.
Your baby was Vaxaline Androx Zoe. She's kind of a big
Wow.
deal. Which
Wow.
I love that. And of course, this was the birth of fucking Lil Pound Cake, which Lil Pound
Who's
Cake
been the biggest star from the franchise yet, I think.
It's true. I mean, and she's paying the mortgages on several homes around the world right now.
I heard it was a difficult
I'm
birth.
only kidding.
But this also proves that Lanesha is a hot daddy.
Truly.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
This was the moment, and Lanesha turned that look out. She like made a fucking gown on this fucking doll. I did the angry makeup and the hair, and then Lanesha just like put her in drag. Yeah, I know. Can you believe
That was your work?
Yeah, can you believe that?
Are these dolls available online by any chance? What if I wanted to experience that kind of joy in my own home?
Yes, because of a severe over ordering fiasco.
Oh, you thought there was
have-
going to be a drag con?
I have
Oops.
warehouses full of them. So please go to alaskathunderfuck.com. I'm not asking, I'm begging. Go to alaskathunderfuck.com and you can buy the little pound cake doll now. It talks. You squeeze it, it talks. Please.
You squeeze it should tuck, bitch. That would be a trick.
But this was really fun. I loved Vaseline Androx Zoe, and I kind of want to like introduce her into the like Lil Pound Cake universe,
Thunderdome universe.
Right, like
Okay,
they're
like
cousins.
Midge.
Right, like they play together, like they live down the street, and Vaseline is like the rich, like Rachel Zoe's daughter. I kind of love that.
Remember the cartoon Bitch Pudding with the little girl that slaps her like pudding friends, and it was like that kind of thing I could see with Pound Cake and Vaseline Androx Zoe, you know?
Love that.
Vaseline seems like the kind of girl that would make Little Pound Cake hold her drugs and take the fall.
And it was very Broke Down Palace. A Broke Down Palace reboot with Vaseline and Little Pound Cake.
Very that.
And then you have to incorporate the Pound Cake Dream Broke Down Palace playset.
Exactly, the Broke Down Palace playset. I love it.
It's just needles.
Yeah. Make your own black tar heroin. Yeah, it'll be great.
I love it. Heroin. This episode marks the kind of, we're starting to get into what happened between Alyssa and Coco.
Yeah, Coco throws a jab at
she does.
at Alyssa during her presentation, and she says, "Miss Patty Park Place, unlike Savannah Lee, has fulfilled all of her reigns." And it was the moment where it's like it wasn't funny until it's like it's said a moment, and then you're like, "Oh." And for Coco to be acting dramatic after and resorting to tears after she's the one that basically instigated it that day, I feel like she manipulated everything. She knew the song was When I Grow Up. She's like, I'm going to dress like a little girl. I'm going to annihilate the song. I'm not going to do what I want in the challenge specifically so I can lip sync and get my story. Am I giving her too much credit? I really think Coco ran the shit out of this episode and produced it.
Maybe she did. I mean, she is pretty clever that way.
Were you at the dinner at Kitchen 24 where someone came up to her and thought she was RuPaul because she had him airbrushed on her jacket and she signed the autograph? Were you there or was it Fox?
I was not there.
I
wish I would have been there.
Yeah, that one was and nobody corrected him. I don't know what she scribbled, but he thought she was RuPaul and she did not correct him. And me and Latrice were gagged, and I figured because we would always go eat there. No.
Of course.
I was not there, but I do the same thing when people think that I'm Chad Michaels, but I'm a bitch to them. I'm like, yeah, it's me. Get the fuck out of here.
Snap
and I
out of it.
put cigarettes out on them. Send them on their way.
Someone I fucked last year that I've known since probably like 2006 was like, yeah, I remember when you started, you were doing that Britney Spears thing a lot. I was like, no. I was like, and you were inside me and you think I'm Derek?
Oh.
No.
Well.
Yeah.
Out the rings.
Right.
The Maxi Challenge is lovable eccentric
Maxine
characters
Challenge.
creating their own Maxine Challenge Kidster television shows. And
Yes.
the people that won the mini challenge, Lanisha Sparks and Alaska Thunderfuck, are the team captains, and they go about selecting their teams. And first off the bench, I'm pretty sure, is Miss Detox a cunt.
Toxie, I had to pick you.
And then Honey, Coco, Jinx, Ivy, and Jade go to Team Lanisha. And Alyssa's the last one picked, but she ends up on the team she wanted to anyway. Montica, Vivian, and Roxanne also.
Yeah, we had a good team.
Your team
really
was dope.
did.
I would have wanted to be on your team hardcore.
Yeah. The girls start breaking down like who they want to be in the sort of world of the show.
Did they give you a format on like the papers and it was fill in the blank, or did they make you come up with all original concepts? How did that work as a team?
Do you remember?
I want to say that each team was assigned a particular storyline, and then that's just however we interpreted it.
Yeah.
Like, you come up with your own characters and whatever, but these are like the specific talking points you want. Like with the box situation, I knew there was going to be a box there, and the word was box. So it's up to us to figure out how we wanted to, portray that message.
Sure.
Yeah. And we very quickly, I was like, I want to do Barnyard.
It was very right off the bat, yeah.
Did you ever think of going harder Buffalo Bill, like the Silence of the Lambs Buffalo Bill?
I didn't. I
Because
don't even
that
think,
would have been drag.
I don't think
I mean, I'd fuck me.
Right. I don't think I was fully like, I wasn't doing it. I just knew the name Buffalo Bill, but I did not, that was not in my wheelhouse at all.
It wasn't, because I'm like such a hardcore Silence of the Lambs fan. And so I was like, oh my God, I live. And then I could tell right away that was not even registering or it was like not even there.
How, was it hard to
like
convince?
A skin suit? And she was like, no, like a farmer. Backyard buddies.
It's just dumb.
Was it hard to convince Alyssa to be ugly like me? Because y'all were quick to kiki about that.
It was.
But I did look like that for years.
It was hard.
She's like,
It
but
was
what if it
hard.
would be funny if I was like beautiful?
She sure was. She was like, but I think the funny thing would be to me be beautiful. We're like, no.
We pushed her in the right direction, I think. And I think it paid off because she was very funny. And that meme exists now of her going, shade, with the umbrella.
Yeah, it's
The reason I picked Barnyard Buddies, Buffalo Bill Barnyard Buddies, is I wanted to put BB on my shirt, which stands for bareback, which is like I wanted to sneak in gay like jokes into this children's show, which was the point of the challenge.
That's funny. My initials are WBB.
Oh, really? Would
Yeah.
you BB?
Would you BB?
Wanna BB?
Would you be BB?
I used
Wanna
to get
bareback.
clocked for returning stuff to BB all the time in the Beverly Center. Because I met someone at a club and he's like, I work at BB. And I was like, oh, I love BB. He's like, I know, you return stuff all the time. I was like, oh. And
Devastated.
that green seafoam belt that you have, D, is from BB. That's where I got that.
Is it?
Uh-huh. That's
I
BB.
still have that belt too. I still wear the fuck out of that belt.
You're going to be buried in that belt.
Buffalo Bill's Barnyard Belt.
The other team has like it's a walkthrough. RuPaul, look who's here.
Oh yeah.
She comes right up to the team and she says, she asks about your drag and she says Buffalo Bill, and it's
She
revealed
grazes right over it because I think she assumed I was going to be
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Put the lotion on your fucking skin, that kind of vibe. But no, I didn't even know what that was. Monica gets deep crickets when she asks her about, don't
Crickets?
be throwing no shade.
Crickets actually make
Not
noise.
Crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah, it was kind of deer in the spotlights with that moment with Monica. Ru puts people on the spot the way she sometimes looks right into your like soul type of thing with that eye when she's there. If you're
definitely.
if you're not used to it, that
No,
just
and the
intensifies.
second that she senses a little bit of uncomfortability, she goes in for it even more. Oh, good.
Oh,
my
an
life
interesting
force.
choice.
That's my life force is your suffering.
yeah, totally.
Team Lanesha was sure suffering a little bit because they had Jinx as a great leader, but it was there's only so much you could do with people that when the timing isn't there. It's hard to teach timing quickly, and then if you don't remember your lines, that's even more difficult.
Yeah,
and
it's over.
Yeah, and when they were on set with Rue, oof.
Yeah,
They weren't even getting courtesy claps.
Right. No, not at all. And when they're on the set, okay, it starts with our team. RuPaul and Michelle are completely agog that I am in Pee Wee Herman on a farm drag.
Did they ask if that's what you were wearing?
No.
Didn't Michelle say something like, is this, or was that afterwards?
Did she?
I can't remember. I know she
RuPaul
said
was
something
like-
about it eventually.
RuPaul was like, it never occurred to me that you wouldn't be in drag. And I was like, I am in drag, Ru. In full character. And she was like, well no, you're in male drag. And I'm like,
and that's when your face cracks a little bit. I just watched it at like 7:00.
but I'm like, Wait, this is the person who coined the phrase, "You are born naked and the rest is drag." This was in my mind the whole time. I probably said it, whether it was on the
Wait,
runway
RuPaul
or in
says
that
that?
room. Yes.
Girl,
And
I just spent $189 on that masterclass. You don't even want to know how many times she said it there. So the fact that she questioned you about it makes sense.
I was so confused. I was legitimately confused. I was not trying to be controversial or make a statement or I just thought
You're a statement blouse. I know. That's what you do.
Yes, every children's show has like boy characters and girl characters. This balances it. Pee Wee Herman is arguably the most famous children's character that exists. Maybe Barney the dinosaur, but Pee Wee Herman.
And you
has,
also masturbate in public theaters, so it's
often.
Damn.
What privilege.
I don't know why I was under the I thought that these sound effects were added post production,
No,
and
they're
they're
in
just
the room.
we have
hilarious.
iPads.
Gia's
This
in
is
the room.
cracking me up.
You cracked me up on this. You walked onto set and you're just immediately a sight gag and
so funny.
I know how you are when something's funny. It just gets even funnier. And watching Michelle and RuPaul pee for you. It was so just pleasing. And then the boxes.
It was fun. Well, at one point I even forgot what my mission was there. I was like, oh, they're laughing. Perfect. And then,
Yeah.
me. I just can't stop poking people. And then at one point they're like, you have to look at your camera. And I was like,
the chicken mask on your head. You were like, this is a small box. This must not be Michelle's box. They lost it.
One of my favorite characters ever created is the chicken lady from Kids in the Hall. And so it was definitely my homage to her.
Very her.
That totally works.
Roxy is also fantastic. She's the inimitable Tasha Salad. And she's in a scene with Vivian, who's playing Anita Bump, which I'm pretty sure I gave her. I'm pretty sure I gave her that drag name because you always just
sure
go
didn't
to
give her a
Anita.
bump because that was low energy.
Low energy.
That energy level was equivalent to the caftan next episode.
And we were trying so hard to just make it easy on Monica. We were like, your character is talking about reading, so she'll be reading a book. We're going to write your lines in the book. This is going to be so easy, because she was really panicking about remembering, stuff.
Yeah, well, she had struggled so much the episode before with the lip syncing thing. And, we really had a soft spot for Monica. We wanted to, kind of all of us protect her, and we really loved her. And so I thought, all of us were like, let's just try to make it as easy as we can for her so we can get her through this and keep her around as long as we can. Especially also, to me, it was so cool to have, essentially at that time, the first openly trans contestant competing when she came out on the show as a competitor. So I was like, oh, this is going to be really important. Let's keep her on as long as we can. Clearly, that didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised
definitely.
that she had her notes in there. And then when Rue said that, and then she admitted she had them in there and it wasn't working. And then it was even more like, oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks beautiful.
She did.
Yeah.
Team Lanesha, Jinx is, she was really sore after this because she was carrying the whole team. She does the word of the day. She looks terrifying, and someone calls her Glenn Close from
Dangerous
Fatal Attraction.
Oh, yeah.
Fatal Attraction.
She was I won't be ignored, Dan.
That brow had an attitude for sure.
Apparently Jade is mad because Jinx revealed her punchline early, and so Jade is totally thrown off. She's blowing bubbles. Lanesha is simply translating everything that Ivy is saying.
Yet the edit that they give Lanesha makes her look great for the final product. So she delivered something at least that they could use and make good, but they tried to make it look like she was not gonna be salvageable kind of based on what they filmed during the day. with Lanisha for sure because she wasn't funny. She was just translating.
Yeah.
What did you think of Coco and or TT and Tiny or Jessica?
This is like disturbing
Coco as baby
to watch.
Jessica.
I'm
Coco is
sad. That's how I felt. I felt just like that dummy felt. This is sad.
It was
Damn.
disturbing to watch. Like Coco was just like self-destructing. And now Willam, I don't know. I kind of love your conspiracy that she was masterminding the whole thing and was blowing it on purpose.
Oh yeah, it makes sense once you watch it and back and think like Coco's not stupid. She, she's not dumb at all. She probably outsmarted them all. It's not that hard to. I did it the season before, They weren't aware yet of girls like us.
Right. Yeah.
Then they got Detox giving them direct messages into her microphone.
Right.
Saying, call the car, I'm done.
Well, why don't we take a break and we'll come right back and get into the next day.
This holiday season, more people will be mailing stuff than ever before, and that means the post office is going to be busy.
Busy. And you do not have time for that. None of us do. So, Stamps.com brings the post office and now UPS shipping right to your computer. Mail and ship anything from the convenience of your home or your office.
I don't know. I'm going to miss Joyce, though, at the post office.
You are.
But it'll be nice because with Stamps.com, anything you can do at the post office, you can do with just a few clicks. Plus, Stamps.com saves you money with deep discounts that you can't even get at the post office.
That's right. Stamps.com brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Stamps.com is a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending out invoices, an online seller fulfilling orders during this record-setting holiday season, or even a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle all of that with ease.
Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that simple.
With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail and up to 62% off UPS shipping rates. That's a lot of savings.
That is a lot of savings. Not to mention, it's a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters.
That's tea. So, okay, Stamps.com, this is a no-brainer, okay? It saves you time, it saves you money, and it's no wonder why over 900,000 small businesses are already using Stamps.com.
Yeah, this holiday season, you have better stuff to do than spending any minutes at the post office this year. So sign up for Stamps.com instead.
And there's no risk, okay? So with our promo code, Drag, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale, and there's no long-term commitments or contracts.
Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in
Drag. That's Stamps.com and enter
Drag. I love it when they enter Drag at Stamps.com because you'll never have to go to the post office again. You're welcome.
Alaska Talks.
Alaska
we're irritating. We really weren't trying to be irritating, but we are.
I like, it was really funny watching it all back and being like, God damn it, we're obnoxious. Because while we were there, I don't think it registered to any of the three of us. And I don't think that any of the girls really made it clear that they were annoyed by it. But watching the editing, I was like, oh, okay.
Everyone hates
Y'all
us.
could have told us.
We were the mean girl. I mean, we were the plastics. We were literally the mean girls. But we were nice to everybody.
Right.
I don't know.
Except for Jinx. That was just Roxy. Roxy was a little hard.
What was your favorite moment of the show? When you were in the bottom? So
Roxy
rotten.
said that?
Yeah, she said it. Because by the end, and we'll get into this when we get to that episode, but they were really pushing Roxy. They were pushing all of her buttons and trying to get her to snap at
They
Jinx.
did the same
And it
thing on
worked.
All Stars 2, remember? Keep putting her in the bottom. They were trying to get her to snap.
But she
But
said,
she wouldn't,
I'm not
and
going to
she
do
couldn't,
it again.
and she's not that girl.
No, ma'am. Don't
No,
know.
they're not gonna get her. Good luck. Also, good luck to get a grandma in life as supportive as Jinx's grandmother, buying her wigs and stuff. That was so
Yes.
cute, reveal in the little. That was a mirror chat that's appropriate, talking about wigs, not like immigration reform while you're doing your eyeliner.
Oh my God.
And finally, Coco and Alyssa have the chat of chats. They have not spoken in 2 years at this point. And we finally learn that Alyssa won the pageant but got dethroned. Coco took over. And they have this really intense fight over by the fabric bin.
Use the sponsor.
We didn't.
Use the
We didn't
sponsor,
have
please.
a wall at that point. We only had a box.
We
A
have we had a box full of fabric, and they
A
went
box
over
of
there.
wig wardrobe.
Don't have that.
Right.
Lost in the mail.
And the conversation ends with Coco saying, "Fuck you, Alyssa." Do you
Through
think they were
tears.
playing this up? Because I don't think they're acting. I think they're really having it out.
I think
They were having it out at that point. And then by the, later on as the season went on, I was like, all right, y'all. Like,
Right.
the story's there. We get it.
Learn your
That
words.
should have been the culmination of it. That should have been the wrap up. The little
It
period.
continued. It
Yeah.
continued.
That's weird for a drag queen to carry on.
Honey, she was carrying.
I don't believe it one bit.
Honey, it was a carry, darling.
I copied this fun fact. I copied this RuPaul dress for one of my dresses for the Wigstock premiere. It was like a green neon one. This RuPaul moment is
Oh yeah,
great.
I love this look.
Love this.
I
Yeah,
love
this is your
fabulous.
color D, but like
Yeah.
that little streak in the hair, and then you won the episode. I think she was saying Detox. You won this week. That's why I'm wearing Detox.
It was
neon.
very that. I wish
She's-
that could have been the wig wardrobe I won, to be honest.
She's cosplaying Detox hardcore.
She is.
It's this very lime green, neon green like gown with the streak in the hair that matches the dress.
And
It's
the little
really
little
fabulous.
touch of green in the eye.
Oh,
that
13
pink
different color watercolor eyeshadows, all gorgeous, amazing.
These judges are great. We have, of course, Michelle Visage, Santino Rice, Paulina Porizkova was on this episode.
Yes.
D.
Icon.
And Coco, who's I guess was
Who was-
married to someone, or
She's
I
She's
don't know.
married to
She's
Ice-T.
Ice-T's wife, and she's on a Viacom show because she had that show with Ice-T for a while.
Yeah, she had. I mean, at the time that show was airing, I think wasn't it like
Yeah.
Coco and Ice-T or whatever it is,
Yeah,
Ice-T and Coco. Or...
That makes sense. She seemed really complimentary to you guys. She liked y'all.
No,
And
she said some shit about me, and so I don't like her.
Well, I saw your wig that day. I saw your wig.
We have a new enemy of the pod, everyone.
Oh, you're just
And
making
by
enemies
the
left and
way-
right.
By the way, enemy of the pod, commemorative necklaces are available on bestjudymerch.com, and you
Mhm.
can have your own stainless steel, gold-plated, silver-plated enemy of the pod necklace. Fuck Coco. Fuck you, Coco.
Fuck you, Coco.
Also, Big Dipper, your dress matches, or your shirt matches Ruth's
Yes,
dress. Did you
yes.
do this on purpose?
No.
Wow.
Yes, you did.
You need a streak in your hair of the same color.
He's got one in his goatee. Was that cum?
No.
There's a little cum.
Neon jizz.
Sorry.
Paulina has another Drag Race connection. She's good friends with Raja from all their top model stuff, and like she's like taking
Mhm.
pictures of Raja and drag on the beach in like these leather boots, like some sickening pictures of Raja. Paulina, I
She
think
used to
Paulina's
come-
a photographer too, right?
She is a photographer, but she used to come to Rage all the time. Like anytime that they were filming top models, she would always come and hang out with the dolls, and she was always very lovely. So it was, anytime that I had any kind of connection with anyone that was there, I was always like, "Hey, remember
yeah.
it's me over here. Remember me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes that backfires when you're not on
Oh
Boston
yes.
Legal. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Well,
Paulina, I know
shake.
we're gonna get into the runway, but do you remember Paulina was the only judge who came over? Like after the runway and whatever, they hold us in the parking lot, and
Mhm.
Paulina was one of the only judges who came over and like hung out with us and like said hi and hung
It
out.
was Paulina and the Pointer Sisters.
Yes.
Well, the point
They
is,
were
was
like the
looking for
only-
something hard and white.
They were the only one. I was like, hey, one of them was out there smoking a cigar. And I was like, I like that bitch. And then they
Yes.
started walking over. They're like, how y'all doing? I was like,
I love
oh,
that.
y'all can't
so
see me over here. I'm
much.
I was
dancing.
starting doing
Yes.
slow hand in a second, bitch.
Yes. Okay, now let's get into the runway. The theme is
Pretty
in
in pink.
Mm.
Commence,
Oh.
shake, down.
Down.
Did you start off the runway, Alaska? Because you're out here first. Is this actually the running order it was?
I believe so.
I think it was on this good day, yes.
Okay,
This
well, you look
dress-
great. You look like a prom girl running from a bank robbery fire with a pink gun.
Yeah.
You were spray painting that gun, weren't you, beforehand? Or did you have it already done? I remember you painting a lot of shit.
The whole thing.
She's
Because
a very
I
Holly
had
Hobbie
this,
queen.
right, very. I had this other dress. It was also a wedding gown, and it had like a pink sash. But I was like, everyone's doing kind of pretty. Like, I want to kind of be like grosser. So I painted and splattered that dress, and it was still fucking wet when we fucking got to the runway. I painted the gun. Yeah, I like this. I think it's fun.
I liked this look a lot too. It was fun. And I loved the hair.
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
like if a mother
Love it.
vacuumed a Barbie doll up off the ground and then unsealed the zippered bag to get the doll out for her daughter again.
My
That would be Alaska perfectly here.
Exactly.
Monica looks the opposite of you. She looks fresh, clean, spring, floral, gorgeous, everything. She's in this floral bridesmaid look in a bright pink and a hibiscus pattern leaf motif. Gorgeous.
I absolutely loved Monica's look.
Yeah,
and
I
those
did
big
too.
orange hoops
The-
that every drag queen has. I have them.
I know. The hair. Alyssa
beautiful.
being Alyssa.
Alyssa looks
Oh.
great, and every runway she's done so far is pleasing. She just is. She's great TV.
She's a runway girl.
She
I
is.
love Alyssa's look too. It's that sort of like frilly fucking bright pink with the brown side swept hair.
Mhm.
Very lovely.
It's very very little baby pageant girl, which is what she is. So it's perfect.
exactly.
Very gumdrop. Anything to wear.
Very
curling.
that.
Very that.
Very that.
Next up is Vivian in a little cotton candy corset dress.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with it, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recreate this for the candy ball. Pretty much.
You
I
did.
mean, essentially.
And then
Then Detox.
Detox.
There's whatever this was.
Shakespearean pussy prostitute. Do Queen of England, but go to a brothel.
right.
It's so great. And
I
this
don't-
hair feels like your natural color. And like just the
Mhm.
jiggle is in all the right spots.
Mhm.
I hated that look, but it was like the only thing. I think I had one other pink thing with me. But I can't remember. I don't know why this is what I came up with, but this is what I came up with.
I remember
I
when you
love
came
it.
home, one of the things you said was you hated the look that you won one of your runways in.
Uh-huh.
And this
That was it.
Yeah. But I loved everything about it. It was great. It was
Stop
refreshing.
showing it to me, Dipper.
I love it. The jiggle and bounce.
Do you see
Oh
something?
my god.
I do love those titties, and I loved, everything that I'm wearing. Actually, I got from Raja. I just put it all together.
The
And then there's
Raja
this
collection. Then
Roxy, who-
Roxy.
Who made this, by the way, that day? I think she made it.
Yeah.
Either the day before or this day.
Bitch,
She
that
made
bitch can
most
whip
of the
a
things.
stitch.
Yeah. She made most of the things she walks down the runway in because she's like, I'm fucking good and fast at sewing, and y'all are giving me
Right.
all this fabric, so I might as well just make a new outfit right here.
Mhm.
And
I
I,
mean,
it's fantastic.
I
The
want to get out of a
movement.
pool and put this on immediately and then just start like runwaying.
And the
runway.
hair. Oh.
Everything.
Yeah.
Was that her whip my hair? Because I
No, this was a different one, but it's
so
good.
Good
so
hair.
stunning.
Lanesha also looks stunning. This blonde Celia Cruz's daughter moment. I'm
Very-
not mad at it. Not
She's
mad at
one
all.
of the most beautiful drag queens ever.
Truly.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, the
really
Puerto
gorgeous.
Ricans don't fuck around at all. They know what they're doing down there.
It's a white dress with the pink sort of circle accents. Very beautiful. And she looks great as a blonde too.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx is Marie Antoinette. Alyssa describes this as it's kind of hodgepodge, holly hobby. It's kind of hodgepodge.
Hobby. Yeah.
I wouldn't be going down
Hobby
there.
Holly.
because of her yellow shoes and her yellow accents, which I don't mind the yellow
I
accent.
don't mind I always like an accent color.
Yes, it helps to like alleviate all the pink that we're seeing everywhere.
And I also remember her being like, I've had, this is one of the first wigs I ever got. I was like, well, goddamn, that wig is held up because I've got wigs I've had for a day that don't even look comparable. Got it, mama, rotted. I put it on one time to try it on, and whew,
Trash.
and speaking of baby dolls.
Oh, Coco comes out. Mutton dressed as lamb for sure.
Oh my God.
She's playing a 3-year-old. I can say that. She is obviously not a 3-year-old. But yeah, she's pink. She's got a bloomer. It's like if Shirley MacLaine tried to play Annie.
Goodbye. Goodbye. But you know what the fuck that Coco does is sell it. Like she is such a performer that, every little character comes to life whenever she's on the runway, which is adorable. And she sold it.
And only in the world of drag is it really acceptable for someone who is literally like 40 to play a 2-year-old and really just get away. I mean, everyone buys it. No one.
Remember
was
when
like,
Eureka wore a diaper? That was the best moment of that episode. And Ginger as the Eggman or the Egg Lady.
No one said to Coco.
Kink.
Right, exactly. Right, diaper.
Oh, I'm on CJ's OnlyFans. Don't worry.
Oh my goodness.
I have one too now. I'm on that Demon Time D.
Wow. Ivy Winters. I like this.
Yeah, super cute. Lots of arms.
It's nothing groundbreaking or life-changing, but it's really clean. Like the silhouette is fun. No one else is doing it. The details are great. She looks fabulous.
Little headdress, like flamingo-ish.
The showgirl moment. The showgirl headdress.
Very that.
What about Honey Mahogany?
Yeah.
Bed Bath and Beyonce.
Oh.
It's the stomp for me is the thing. And I remember seeing this like when we were watching it live and I was like, why is she so mad? Why is she so angry stomping? Like she was hitting it hard.
Sometimes people don't know what to do on the run. I watch my runways and it's very clear I had no idea what I was doing to me. So maybe she'd never been on the runway and she didn't know. I don't know.
She's angry.
But yeah, it's
she was stomping.
I feel very, you're angry.
Ooh, you're so angry right now.
Ooh, you're so angry.
Ooh, you're just so angry right now.
What is that from?
Who told you that? Beverly Hills Housewives, Lisa Rinna.
Housewives
and
Beverly
honestly,
Hills.
the wigs that they tried to give you when you won, they look like kind of like a long Lisa Rinna. Like Shaggy, that kind of flipped out.
Here's the thing about Honey's dress, though. I wasn't mad at that caftan. If it would have been accessorized and then maybe belted or something, I don't know. Because I thought the fabric was beautiful.
Yeah, it looked like it would have been great in the promo look for the goddess type of thing, you know?
Very that.
What do you think of Jade's look? Jade's is cute.
Yeah, it's like little Paris Hilton going to a little party.
Right, the blonde hair with the pink in it. I mean, it's a cute little dress.
Yeah.
We called ourselves the season of the fish. Do you remember that?
Remember that?
Because this was the season where, I mean, I felt like everyone was really gorgeous. I mean, myself excluded.
Lanesha was pretty.
But I feel like everyone was
Vivian
just
was
really,
pretty.
really gorgeous.
Jade was pretty. Alyssa was pretty. Detox was pretty. Roxy was pretty. Serena had some charm. Penny
was there.
Penny could paint.
Penny won the fan vote.
Alaska's pretty. Jinx seemed real nice.
Shut up.
Fuck you.
You know what? I think we should take a break really quick, you guys.
Talk about bullying.
Thank you, Detox. Oh my God.
Fuck you, Coco.
Fuck you, Alyssa. We'll be right back. Try something new.
Oh, maybe you could learn to bake a cherry pie.
Would you like to bake a cherry pie?
That's right. And there are lots of you listening who have more time on your hands at home while we're staying indoors and being responsible and safe during this global pandemic. And If you're the type of person that needs to be productive, this is a great time to learn a new skill.
So let's talk about Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where people come together to take the next step in their creative journey with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people or people who want to seem like they're creative and curious.
Right. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, or just get lost in creativity.
A Skillshare membership is so valuable because you can just tap into the strong community of a bunch of teachers and learners online.
The support of fellow creatives who provide encouragement, communication, and inspiration is essential to success.
There are so many amazing classes offered on Skillshare, including a photography class taught by one of our listeners, Julie. Oh my God, Julie! She wrote in telling about her class. It's called Show and Sell DIY Marketing Photography for Entrepreneurs. This is so fucking useful. Thanks, Julie.
I love this. And Julie says of her class, she says, my brand new photography class on Skillshare is all about using your why to take photographs with intention and to satisfy your goals. It is geared towards small business owners, but I think the dick pic sending community would benefit as well in the pursuit of tasteful or at least well-lit nudes. I'm one of many who have had their business hit hard by Miss Stone Cold Covidina. And I hope this course can help my fellow broke-ass entrepreneurs up their social media game and make those coins without any fancy gear. When I launched my course, they asked how I heard about Skillshare, and I said Race Chaser, of course.
Atta girl, Julie. Listen up, Race Chasers. You can explore your creativity and get 2 free months of premium membership at Skillshare.com/drag.
That's 2 whole months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free.
Get started and join today by heading over to Skillshare.com/drag.
That's 2 free months of unlimited access to thousands of classes at Skillshare.com/drag.
Drag. She came from Seattle with a dress and a dream.
The sleeper fan favorite and champion of season 5, Jinx Monsoon.
Here to take us on a journey with her opinions, memories, and thoughts on season 5.
Let's find out what
Jinx thinks.
What did you think of Alaska being a part of Rolaska Talks?
Oh my
and
God.
how has that affected you?
Gonna follow me to
Name
my
your demons. Point to the terror.
Okay, I'm gonna share a secret because I think I think I've recently shared this secret. I feel like it's a long enough time
I'll let you share my secret.
from season 5. When they called me to do to let me know that I had gotten on, I can't remember the app, probably Skype, and they didn't hang up their end of the phone call. So, and like my video cut out, but they didn't hang up on me. So I could hear some things, and then I got too scared that they were going to know that I was listening. So I quickly turned it off before they could reach through the computer and grab me.
What did they say?
They said, okay, well, that was Jinx. Who should we call next? Roxy or Coco? Or should we call Alaska? And since Alaska was Sharon's boyfriend at the time, everyone knew who Alaska was. So I knew from the moment I was cast that Alaska was going to be on. And I basically had prepared mentally for this because of anyone that I was intimidated by when I walked in. I was the most nervous about Alaska because I was so familiar with her work. I knew what similarities we had, and I knew what legs up she had because she had already gotten her legs up a few times, if you know what I mean. No.
Kicking flowers.
So it was I was very intimidated even knowing Alaska was going to be there because I felt well, if anyone's got some insider knowledge on this competition, it's bound to be Alaska, even if she just got it through osmosis, through fluid transmission.
Fully. Oh my
so,
God.
when Alaska joined Rolaska Talks, there was a part of me that was like, really? Like, I didn't know these girls had so much in common. And then I also was like, oh, but I wanted to be Alaska's best friend.
Listen, I
whatever.
didn't join Rolaska. It's not like that we were like, okay, fill out your papers. Are you all right? Approved. We were the smokers. That was it. So we were just
That makes
hanging out
perfect
all
sense.
the time, and we were outside smoking, the three of us.
And you guys did know each other before going in, right?
We knew Detox. I didn't know Roxy, but
Yeah,
but
Dee grew
I
up
knew
in
Detox.
Orlando
Yeah.
with
Mhm.
Roxy, and then she moved to LA where we all knew each other, type of thing.
Well, I'm glad that we ended up becoming really good friends anyway.
You're not the real Miss Congeniality anyway.
Wow.
Do you think someone really yelled at a Coco while she was lip syncing a number in the bar? I would have loved someone else to just yell, "She's not singing either, moron!" You know, like hate to tell you,
Like,
none of this
fuck.
matters. Yeah, but
Who
God,
yelled
knows.
that?
Somebody, she said, people were yelling it during her numbers during her tour stops on Miss Gay
Oh,
America.
that's true. That's true.
Well, at least they weren't throwing hot nickels. You always threatened to do that.
I did. I said I'm gonna heat up some pennies and come and bring it to the bar and chuck them at you.
Well, bitch,
Like-
I'll glue them on a wall. Try me.
I'm going to sit up there in the front row with a cup of hot grease. And if she makes the top 5, I'm going to throw her right in the face. You mark my words, I'm going to do it.
Did you see that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you?
No.
What?
Dina
No,
Kaz said this on
Oh.
Facebook Live.
I tell you, if Sunny Delight makes the top 5, I'm going to sit up there with a cup of hot grease in my pocketbook. I'm going to sit up there with a cup of hot grease. And I'm going to throw her right in her face when she walks in evening, gal.
Oh, God. Not Sunny. Oh,
If she makes the 5, you mark my words, I'm going to do it.
oh, fuck.
Oh, I miss pageantry.
Oh, I
Oh.
know so much.
Me too. When you guys watched the playback of your challenges on the videos, was it immediately apparent that one team won and the other team lost?
Oh yes.
Was it apparent
Yeah.
after how good your guys' team was, or was it apparent after how bad the other team's performance was? Because you guys seemed to nail it and hit it out of the park. Everybody got at least
Yeah.
one laugh, kind of. The
Yeah,
other
I
team,
mean,
there
I
was
know that-
maybe one laugh total.
There was a couple fumbles in ours, but I mean, overall, we were like, we did a pretty great job. I think that we were all
Yeah.
comfortable leaving it. And then, straight off the bat, though, from the next team, I was like,
The
"Oof."
magic bush.
Right.
Yeah, ours
Where
was
was the magic?
cohesive.
Burn the
Yeah.
bush.
Burn the magic bush.
Burn it and whack it.
After the magic bush video plays though, they cut to the judges and
One
they're just
clap.
sitting there. Michelle tries
Michelle
to get them
claps
clapping
once, and
and
that's
RuPaul's
it.
like,
Uh-huh.
RuPaul literally says, "All right."
all
That's
right.
what she says. She says, "All right." And this is the part where they try and talk to you about what drag is, and I'm glad that they have rules and regulations of it that they could explain it to you. So, because next time when you went back for All Stars, you were in drag for all your competitions, right? And you won that one.
Debatable. No, yes. Well, I was in drag as Buffalo Bill as well. So, and I'm glad, and I feel vindicated in this now. At the time, I guess it was controversial, but now I feel vindicated because people win Snatch Game all the time, doing male characters. And
Mhm.
I'm glad that the show has expanded to include at least different types of drag in this way. I think there's still expansion that has to happen as far as like who gets
Oh, you're talking
cast
about
as
a big girl win in
contestants.
expansions.
Well, sure. But yeah, it's a process and it grows and changes. And so I continue to look forward to positive changes in the show.
The Safe
Ricketts.
Girls. The advertisers will be pleased. So much breathing room in between. Don't say pussy. The Safe Girls are Honey, Ivy, Jade, Alyssa, and Lanesha. But Rue tells her that she would have been in the bottom this week too if it weren't for that 613 updo, I bet, right?
No, she had immunity.
Oh,
Mhm.
did she?
Yeah, she did.
Because of the week before, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was this the last time immunity happened?
You know what? I want to say it was because I don't think that I got immunity, and I remember being pissed.
Rude.
Girl,
When
you're
the
immune to
immunity
anything. I've
cuts
seen
off.
what's under your fingernails.
Oh, wow.
The judges also said that Michelle wanted to see Alaska, not some boy. But sometimes I don't think of you as a boy. I don't think of you as a girl. I think of you as an angel.
Oh my God.
Thank you. I noticed there were no chopped onions and there are no boxes stacked up in the closet. So
Virgil likes things just his way.
Vita works out. Willam works out.
Well, Coco didn't think Alaska stands out, so the
And
judges
this
did
is
not
Coco
like you
the
this week.
judge, not the drag queen. And watching it, I watched this the other day, and I was like, "Fuck you, Coco. Go fuck yourself." Okay.
How did she think that you didn't stand out, though? I mean, of anybody that was on the runway that night.
Well, she was next to you, like in the challenge, and like you were a chicken. You were really funny. You
Oh,
stood
like
out.
in the challenge, not during the runway. Got it. Yeah, I see that.
She can go fuck herself. She really can just go hang out with LaToya and literally go fuck
In the
herself.
Enemy of the Pod lounge.
Yeah.
Monica.
Well, you enjoy a cup of poison in the Enemy of the Pod lounge. On all formed furniture.
One of my favorite things is when the guest judges come in and they just say the kind of thing without any sensitivity to like what is happening the week before or what's going on. Or,
Yeah.
So they just say exactly what they think. And a lot of times they're right. And she gets some Paulina advice. Monica does when she's told she isn't pushing through enough. Paulina's like, well, who was she again? She said she made the worst sin in the entertainment business. She bored her. Or she was forgettable or
Right.
something. And it was just like, it's hurtful, but it's like, you put yourself out there for judging and it's not always going to be peaches and cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't her week, definitely.
Sometimes just
unfortunately. They really have some choice words for Vivian. Well, you just said that.
Oh,
anyway.
no. Oh, see, I forgot too. That wasn't about Monica. That was Paulina
That was
said it about
Vivian.
That was
Paulina
about
said it about
Vivian.
Vivian, but Paulina said something about Monica. She went during the judging when the girls were they were like, bring back my girls, all that kind of thing. When the girls left the room, that's when Paulina said, who was she again?
But you know what? Vivian showed them because she went on to win Drag Race UK. So that's the important
I hate
thing. The road is long and you never know what's going to happen. Detox crushes everything. I mean, they loved your performance. They loved your runway. 10s across the board.
Thank you.
Did you
Oh,
think you
thank
won
ya.
this at this point? Did you think you won?
It was. I don't know if I thought I did or not. I knew I did. I just had fun, and I
You knew
didn't
you were
think
in the
that
top, though, right?
I
The
knew
top
I was
three.
at the top. And then after watching everything, I thought it was between Roxy and I, right? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She got high praise. They loved her runway and character.
And I honestly thought Roxy might have was going to take it because she looked so amazing on the runway, and I was so unhappy with what I was doing on the runway that night. So it was kind of surprised, but also not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the part that makes me think about Coco maybe brainstorming or masterminding this, because she is asked about the challenge and like why she's not being more like the puppet. And she said, listen, in the show in Vegas, I'm in the front, I'm the star. And that her wanting to be a puppet, she wasn't all for all that. So like, it just feels like such a perfect arc for her that I'm not putting it past her. But she breaks down the whole Alyssa situation and cries on the runway.
Yes. It's looking like she's gonna fall into the bottom at that point.
This is why I don't go to college parties.
But Detox wins a wig wardrobe from New Attitude Wigs.
Yes.
I didn't get my new attitude.
wigs. Yeah. Oh, yet another prize I never received.
Yet another prize. Roxy and Jinx are safe.
And you're also safe. Congratulations.
Yeah, they didn't like my unique idea of not doing drag. They just keep saying it. They keep hammering away at it. They're like, this will never happen again.
How do you think that has affected you in life?
Oh, I mean, it
'Cause
really
I'm
has. It's been
Clearly, you're
devastating.
affected.
It's devastated me. Yes, from top to toe, it's a mess. Yes.
So Coco and Monica are in the bottom two,
Mhm.
and the lip sync song is "When I Grow Up" by the Pussycat Dolls.
This was fun to watch. Remember, I mean, we always watched from the back. We watched the
Right.
lip syncs, and you could always tell who was going to win.
Oh yeah,
We could.
always.
We could from
Yeah.
the back. And Coco, it was like flames were shooting out of her feet and dancing
It was.
about. Doing
She's a performer.
Yes.
Well, it was
There-
one thing to have Monica doing "When I Grow Up," but it was another thing having a real grown-up doing "When I Grow Up."
God. Dressed as a baby.
Just as a baby doll.
And Monica was dressed in like a business suit, almost like a church suit with a hooker slit. So it was
No, you
weird that they
never-
were kind of opposite of each other.
Very
Monica was
opposite.
giving me like some kind of amazing like destination airline flight attendant. Like
Oh yeah,
very
with the
that.
shoot.
very
Very
Saint Tropez air.
Yeah, very that.
Welcome aboard. Saint-Tropez Air.
Can I ask,
And-
do you remember how Coco's outfit came off? It looked like it was like
I was
one
just about to
piece.
bring that up. Yeah, I think it like, if I'm not mistaken, did it like zip or Velcro up the back? I can't remember. All I remember was the next thing I knew it was off, and she looked like a sorority girl about to get railed by the entire frat house.
In 1914,
God,
The pin girl.
the bloomer was to
The
the, knee.
bloomer.
it was the bloomer, but then it was like, wasn't there some kind of a baseball shirt or something that
baseball
she was
tee,
wearing?
yeah.
Yeah, it felt like a collegiate, very that.
It was.
But honestly, it doesn't matter what she was wearing because she kind of is the quintessential lip sync assassin. I
Yeah.
think she's lip synced like the most times and like won the most lip syncs out of I don't know. Prove me wrong. Send
You know
in the
who's lost the
statistics,
most?
listeners.
I know who has lost the most. It's a tie.
Who?
Trixie and Katya. And
Nice.
I think you guys probably beat both of them a couple times.
Nice.
Leave meeting.
Monica ends up going home, but she's really proud of what she's done on the show. And honestly, we were all really proud of her as well. And that was she's a groundbreaking figure in the world of Drag Race. Definitely.
We love Monica Beverly Hills.
We do very much.
I loved Untucked this week because y'all were reading each other's outfits.
Did you watch it this week, dear?
Yeah, I always watch.
Okay. Well,
No,
I feel like I need to
I've
like
watched
go
two
back
of them.
and
I've watched two
rewatch
of them
this
this month,
season.
though. This season, 2 Untucks.
it's
because it
worth
really does
rewatching
inform.
Detox. It's not
it
as
worth
traumatic.
rewatching?
It's not as traumatic. Like I have never gotten near All Stars 2. Like I haven't watched it at all. Like any of it. So when we get to that, that's going to be traumatic for me. But this is really fun for me. This is like looking at a fucking photo album of like hanging out with your friends. Like it's really nice.
I should give it a try again.
Yeah, give it a try. Nothing too traumatic happened.
Yeah. Roxy and you have this love affair with compliments where you just go back and forth telling you about like how much you respect and how much you love each other, and it's just back and forth while all the other girls roll their eyes, and it's so sad when girls don't have love in their life and they have to
And
make
then
fun of
go-
others' loves.
That was the thing that was like Roxy and I, we essentially kind of grew up together, working together.
Yeah.
And so it was like awesome to share that experience with each other. And like, you know, she had just won Miss, Continental Plus a couple years before. We were here on this journey together. It was, it was just a cool experience for us.
Yeah.
I didn't know which one of you.
So sorry
cunts-
y'all don't have love in your lives, other girls.
I don't know which one of you cunts said that Alyssa kind of looked like me this episode, but I went back to find
All
it
of
to
us?
watch it. Fuck you. But one of the voices I heard was Roxy, and I was like, I don't even know her yet. So I was like, who's this bitch trying to read me? But like it was accurate and true, and this episode was so fun to watch. Like all my friends.
Roxy invented the toxic fandom.
The
Damn.
Toxic fandom.
Toxic fandom.
This
The new fragrance from Detox.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Detox.
Thanks for having me.
Really nice.
I wasn't expecting to be here for so long, but it's been fun. Thank you.
Podcast, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And now you can listen to this episode and hear yourself.
Gross. I won't be doing that.
Please do. At least
But
download
please.
it.
Have
Yeah,
your
I'll
lawyers
download it.
listen. Have your people.
Yeah, I'll send the proof to my team.
We'd like to thank everybody for joining us on Race Chaser Classique this week. I'm Willam.
Oh, and I'm Alaska.
And who's that girl?
I'm Detox.
Detox.
D to the E to the T to the O to the hold it. We'd love for you to write a little review of our podcast on our podcast app. And don't forget to subscribe and take a moment and leave us a rating, but only if you like us.
I'm writing one right now. Cancel.
With her acrylics.
It cuts
you
to the
can
paper. All
follow-
it says so far is "Dear Sir or Madam."
Right. You
For
can
my
follow.
last review.
You can follow the dolls at Willam, at the Only Alaska 5000, at Race Chaser Pod. What's your Instagram, Detox?
At the Only Detox.
And do you have anything to plug before we say goodbye?
Yeah, my hairline. It's being done November 10th.
Wow!
And who's the doctor? Who's the doctor?
Whoa!
I go to
Clucky.
Infuse Med Spa right here in Chicago. It's a local and independently owned queer ran business that helps affirm
Nice.
people's, gender procedures for facial feminization and masculinization and hairline
Work.
situations, and they're amazing. Get into them.
Work.
And I hear they're a brick and mortar place, but they don't use cement, which is important.
No,
Yeah.
but they're melting my cement away, actually.
Work.
You can email us at racechaserpodcast@gmail.com if you want us to talk about anything or see anything. And we have bonus content available at patreon.com/Willam. And it's pay to play,
right.
so just choose a video you like, leave the coins on the dresser, and hit the door. And you can search for Race Chaser content by searching the hashtag RaceChaser.
That's right. Wear a mask, wash your hands, socially distance yourself, respect each other out there. Mask up. It's a sign of respect.
Black lives continue to matter every fucking day, and because our leaders in government don't always agree with that, make a voting plan now and reflect it. How will you ensure your voice gets heard by November 3rd? That rhymed.
And check out the show notes for voting registration information. Get into that. And thank you so much once again to our amazing guest, Detox.
Deep salute.
Wow.
Bye. Bye, Clucky.
I am in drag, Rue.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Forever. Dog.
Race Chaser with Alaska and Willam is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck.